You know that person who almost never feels lust, but when they want someone, it's not casual, it's not playful, it's deep, quiet, almost sacred. They can go weeks, even months without that sudden, I need you right now feeling other people talk about. They don't get easily tempted. They don't get pulled around by attraction the way their friends do. And people judge that. They assume you're cold, repressed, not passionate. They joke that you're dead inside, like lust is the only proof you're alive. Or they pressure you to act the way everyone else acts. Because if you don't, it makes them uncomfortable. But here's what nobody says out loud. Some people aren't built for quick fire. They're built for slow burn. And if you're one of them, your rare lust isn't a defect. It's often a sign that your desire lives deeper than your impulses. Here's the truth slap. You don't lack passion. You lack interest in performative passion. Because lust is fast, it's chemical. It can be triggered by novelty, fantasy, or visuals. It's the brain's spark. But desire, the kind you feel, often comes with meaning. It needs safety. It needs emotional resonance. It needs context. It needs trust. It needs the sense that you're not just being wanted, you're being understood. So you don't respond to bodies the way other people do. You respond to presence. And that can make you feel out of place in a world that treats attraction like a sport. Psychologists and relationship researchers often describe desire in two broad modes: spontaneous desire and responsive desire. Spontaneous desire is what people usually call lust. It just appears. Responsive desire tends to show up after connection, closeness, or a warm emotional cue. Research suggests many people, especially in long-term relationships, experience desire more responsively than spontaneously. So if you rarely feel lust but deeply feel desire, it may not mean you're missing something. It may mean your system is selective. Your body isn't bored. Your body is careful. Let me give you a scene that might hit too accurately. You're at a party. People are flirting like it's a game. Someone is clearly attractive. Your friends are whispering, "That person is so hot." You nod. Because you can see it technically, you understand the math. But inside, nothing really moves. Then later, you're sitting somewhere quieter. Maybe in a car, maybe on a balcony, maybe just away from the noise. And someone starts talking to you like they're not trying to impress you. They're real. They're present. They ask a question and actually listen to the answer. And suddenly, you feel it. Not like a lightning strike, more like a door unlocking. Your chest warms, your focus narrows. You start noticing their voice, their pauses, the way they look at you when they don't have to. That's not low libido. That's not a bar broken. That's responsiveness. That's your desire waking up when it feels safe enough to exist. Now here's the nuance, because we're not going to romanticize this into a personality badge. Sometimes this pattern is simply wiring and preference, but sometimes it can also be shaped by stress, burnout, emotional disconnection, fear of being used, body image pressure, or past experiences that taught you to stay guarded. Not diagnosing you, not labeling you, just telling you the truth. The same sensitivity that makes your desire deep can also make it cautious. So let's put a framework on it. 4 types of people who rarely feel lust but deeply feel desire. You'll probably recognize your dominant one. The first is the bond first type. You don't get pulled by attraction until there's emotional closeness. You need trust, warmth, and a sense of we. Once that bond forms, your desire can become intense because it's attached to meaning, not novelty. The second is the mind first type. Your desire starts in your head, not your eyes. You're drawn to intelligence, humor, depth, competence, calm confidence. A body might catch your attention for a second, but a mind can hold it for months. You don't fall for looks. You fall for language and energy. The third is the safety first type. You rarely feel lust because your nervous system doesn't relax easily. If you're stressed, rushed, pressured, or emotionally unsafe, desire shuts down. Not as punishment, as protection, but when you feel safe, your desire becomes steady and real. The fourth is the meaning first type. You don't want random intensity, you want significance. You want to feel chosen, respected, and emotionally met. Desire for you isn't just chemistry, it's alignment. And when it's there, it doesn't feel like a craving. It feels like devotion. Here's the paradox. Your depth protects you from cheap attraction, but it can also isolate you from connection. If you start believing you're too different, because this trait has a cost. The cost is that you might start doubting yourself. You see other people get excited so easily and you wonder, why don't I feel that? You might force yourself to date people who look good on paper but don't awaken anything in you. You might pretend you're interested because you don't want to hurt anyone or seem abnormal. Or you might avoid intimacy entirely because you're tired of explaining that you don't work on demand. And that's painful, because you do feel desire. You just don't feel it cheaply. Another cost is misunderstanding, both ways. Someone might assume your slow start means you're not attracted to them, when really you're just not rushed. Or you might confuse emotional closeness with romantic compatibility because your desire is so tied to connection. And if nobody taught you the difference, you can end up deeply attached to someone who isn't actually good for you, just emotionally familiar. So here's the self-test. Answer it honestly. When you rarely feel lust, do you feel calm and secure about it, or do you feel pressure, shame, or fear that something is wrong with you? Because calm means it's likely preference and wiring. Shame means something around you. Culture, partners, expectations, stress might be pushing you to perform an experience that isn't natural for you. And once you see that, you can stop attacking yourself. Now let's talk upgrade path. 3 practical steps that help you honor your wiring without letting it limit your love life. First, stop using other people's desire as your measuring stick. If you compare yourself to the most lust-driven person in your friend group, you'll always feel behind. But your nervous system isn't a competition, it's an instrument. Learn your tempo. Your desire may be slower to ignite, but it can burn longer and steadier than most people can handle. Second, create the conditions your desire needs. If you're responsive, don't expect desire to show up in chaos. Build a context. Emotional conversation, warmth, time, trust, safety. For some people, desire grows with anticipation, closeness, and feeling appreciated, not with pressure or performance. This means you should communicate early. I'm slow to feel lust, but when I feel desire, it's real. That one sentence can save you months of misunderstanding. Third, separate being selective from being closed. Selective means you know what awakens you. Closed means you never allow anyone to get close enough to awaken it. If you notice you're always waiting for a perfect spark that never comes, try this. Don't chase intensity, build intimacy. Give people enough space and time to become real to you. Your desire might not show up on date 1, it might show up on date 6 when you finally feel seen. But also be honest. If you feel nothing after, genuine connection, don't force it. Depth doesn't mean you owe anyone romance. Now let me leave you with a final image. Most people treat lust like fireworks. Loud, immediate, beautiful for a moment. But you're more like a lantern, not flashy from far away, but steady up close. And when someone finally sits near you, when they're patient enough to learn your language, they realize your warmth isn't weak. It's rare. So don't let a world addicted to fast desire convince you that slow desire is no desire at all. Your desire is not missing. It's waiting for truth. If this hit you, comment which type you are. Bond first, mind first, safety first, or meaning first. And if you want more psychology that helps you understand yourself without shaming you, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because the quietest kind of desire is often the deepest.